Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channels. Or in this video, I'm going to talk about login page. Like how to create a login page with the help of Servlet, Mysql, JDBC, HTML with bootstrap I'm going to use. And you have a basic knowledge of the core Java, then you can do it. It's very simple. Okay. So I'm going to create a login page. It's look like that. Let's see this. So you can see here, this is the login page, user ID and password, everything you can see here. Okay, so like that I'm going to create one page which is HTML page, and this page is able to log in. Okay, so let's start now. It's a very simple. So first of all, I'm going to use Eclipse. So make sure you have already installed Eclipse in your system. If you are a Java developer, definitely you have. Make sure you have a MySQL installed in your system. Okay. If you have a Oracle, no issue. You can change just driver name. It's fine. And you want one more things like MySQL connector to connect with the JDBC. So we can download it, and we need one like server. We want, see this. For this one, we want one tomcat server. Tomcat server. Okay, Apache tomcat server. And for this, if you already installed, we want MySQL connector. I will teach each and everything in this video. Let's enjoy one by one. Okay, so let's go and create one project in our Eclipse. So go to the Eclipse, click on file, go to the new, and after new you can click on the project. Okay, you want to create a project. Project means what type? So you have to create a project which is dynamic web project. Dynamics web project. So search here web or dynamics, anything, you got it, web. So we need to create a dynamics web project. So search it and got it here. Click on this, double click and create one project. I will give the name called login. Okay, login hyphen page. This is my login page. I'm going to cover this in login page. And make sure if you already installed, we need to configure this Apache Tomcat in your whenever you created the application, that time only. So you can just click on this one. Like if you not see this environment, you can click on new and you can select best whatever the Tomcat you installed in your system. Click on this, next and finish it. Once you finish, you can see here Apache Tomcat runtime, and if it is not there also, no fine, we can later add it also. Okay, go ahead and just click on the next. After next, this is the SRC, no issue. This is the build classes, no issue. Next, and don't forget to check mark this one, generate web.xml file. So here you can write welcome file. Okay, finish it. Your project is created. It will take some time. Open perspective, yeah, fine. Also fine. I will close each and everything. So this is the login page. This is our application. I'm going to open it. Just open this. You can see the structure of the servlet, like how you can create a project. So deployment descriptor, you no need to worry about it. JAX, WEX, web service, no need to worry about it. Java resources is important. In Java resources having a SRC. So this is one is important because whatever the servlet you created, it will go inside this. Okay, so you have to make sure you have a Java resources, and whatever the library you have, it will go to the library section, and go to the web content. Web content is very important. Maybe if you are using the latest version of Eclipse, then you can see here web app. But if you are using the old version of Eclipse, then you can see here web content. So go inside this, you can see the two files. Meta-inf, no need, we don't want to worry about it. Web-inf is very important folders. Here you have to configure web.xml welcome file. This is the welcome file. So whatever the page you by default you want to display on your browsers when you run your application, you have to configure here. Okay, so those are the directory structures of the servlet. So we need to worry about we need to know about it. It's a very important resources and web content. Yeah, web app. Okay, let's start. So first of all, I need to create one page which is able to take user ID and password. Okay, and whenever I run my application, it will open those files. Okay, let's start now. So I'm clicking on this web content, and in this web content create one HTML file. So go to the new, search here HTML file. You can see HTML file. You can give the file name here. So I will give login.html, next, and finish it. Simple. It will create one login page. So I will give the title. If you know HTML, it's very helpful for you. But if you don't know, you can continue with this. I will explain each and everything. So title is login I have given. Okay. Now inside the body, just check your application is running or not. For this, I am giving one h1 tag. Okay. And inside the h1, I will write something like login page. Okay, and I already configured the tomcat server, so I can run this application also, no issue. Okay. But if your server is not configured, so you can go to the Windows, show view, and if you go down, you can see here servers. If you're not able to see here, click on others, and then you can search here like server, and click on this, and you can see your server. Okay, if you are also not able to see, so maybe you have to configure it. So click on this, and whatever the files, whatever the in your local system, you have to install. Like I will delete this one first, then I will teach you, but I think no need to delete it, it's fine. You can click here and you can go inside this, and whenever you install your tomcat, like I have installed my tomcat here in P directory, and software like STS installation software, here I have a tomcat 9, so I have configured this one. So you have to give this folder. As of now, this one you have to give, and it will connected with this. Okay. If you face any problems, you can let me know in the comment. I will definitely help you anyway. Okay, it's fine. So server is connected. Let's run this project. So right click on your project, go to run on the server. We need to run on the server. So run it. Here you have to select this server, next, and just click on this. If you have two application here, so we need to just run only one. So login page and finish it. It's saying like, are you sure you want to remove the resource from the server? So I'm saying cancel. No. Okay, so it's started running. You can see here it will say like something wrong here, it's not found. So it means that, like if you go to the console, you can see here my server is started. Server started startup in this milliseconds. It's started, but he unable to find out my this login.html page. When he run it, he's saying I am unable to find out your welcome page or first page, which is by default will display. So what we need to do is, like this login.html you have to configure inside this web.xml. So go to the web.xml and remove this one index, and just write login.html. So by default this login page will display if you run again your project. So just stop it, click on this, okay, click on this, go to run as, run on server, select this server, next, and finish it. Now you can see your server is started also, and it will by default display one page which is your login page, because in login page I have written one h1 tag. You can see here h1 tag which is login page. Okay, now I'm going to design this web page as a login page. It will look like that. So what we need to do is, like, you have to create one dev tag. What is dev? Just follow me, you can do it. So this is the dev. Okay, and inside the dev just write class is nothing but container INER container. Don't do a spelling mistake. Okay, so class container I have written. So what I am going to do is, for the simplification, we can use to the bootstrap. So simply go to your search here in your Google, bootstrap, open it, open this file, and go to the documentations. He's saying get started with bootstrap. So go down here. He given some inbuilt library for the CSS. So content, he's saying content, click on the bootstrap dot okay, so I need to add two things. One is like CSS and other one is, so he provided some CSS CDN link, or you can copy it and you can paste in your headers. Okay, that much simple it's. Okay, do one thing. Search here. Bootstrap. Search and go down. Introductions. Go to bootstrap and introduction. If you search the introduction, go to the click on the introductions. You can see down CSS link with the head. So copy this link. Okay, simply, and come to your servlet, and inside the header just put it. It's a link. Okay, again go, and he given the JavaScript also. So take the JavaScript also, copy this one, and come to your header. Don't put anywhere. If you put anywhere, it will not work. And put here inside the header section only. If you see here, I will format it so that you can understand. So this is the head, and inside the head only, this is the head, and inside the head only I have put it. Okay, and this is the body. Now I am going to bootstrap, and I will search here form controllers. You can go down, you can click on the forms, you can go down, you can see the form controllers. In the form controllers, I want this email address or like that. So go down, copy this one, only above one, first one, copy, come to your servlet and put here. Put here. I will format it. Body to body, Control Shift F. Okay, simply and here you can see I don't want email address. Okay, so I will remove this one. I don't want to consider email address, and also I don't want this one. For I want form label, it's fine, but I don't want those things, email address. Instead of the email address, I will write user ID. Okay, and this is the input field, form control, and this is the type is nothing but text. I will take class form control. I don't want ID also, so leave this. I don't want placeholder also, so leave this. This is the simple tag. Okay, but make sure you have to provide this input type name. So name is nothing but what is the name? User ID. User ID you have to give like that, and copy this one, same thing one more time and paste below. Okay, and here you can write password, and here you can write password name as a password also, and not it is text, it's a password. So simply we have created these two tabs. Okay, one is text like user ID and one is password. So just stop your application and run it just once. So go and run it. Run as server. Always run this project. Next and finish it. So here you can see this is the login page, user ID, password. Okay, it's showing properly, but we want in some adjustable way. Okay, because it's going here, it's here, so it's not looking good. So we have to write here in HTML file class div. This is div, I have written wrong. Div class containers. Div class containers I have written. Okay, go and refresh once. You can see here now it's looking little bit good. Okay, now it's looking little bit good. Fine. This is the login page, this is the user ID, this is the password. Okay, if you want to give some placeholder you can do it, but I'm not giving, it's not looking good. Okay, so as of now it's fine. We have some bootstrap properties. We can do the color also. So I want to do this color like this h1 color. So class, and I will give here text hyphen danger. Danger means red color. DANGER. Danger means red color. So this text will become red. It's a very simple bootstrap if you learn about it. So it's showing login page. See this? But here I want one login button. So very simple. Go here, and after this div, I will do one more time format. Control Shift F, and after this div, like this one is the one input field, this is the second input field. After that I want one button. So I will write button and here I will give login, and inside this button I will give the type of this button is. Okay, one more things I have forget, which is nothing but form. So these entire things like this, all those the input fields I have to retain inside the form. Okay, sorry, So first write here one form, form form, and also close this form, cut, go here. After that div you can close this form also, and here you can give the form action. Action is nothing but which page you want to go. So later I will decide what type of the servlet I will create, so I will give here. And method, what is the method you want to give? So I will take post because I am doing the login, so it's a secure also. Method, sorry, comma, okay. What? Any issue? Method.
From action equal to दिखाता है ना.
Anything you can write. Later I will write. Once I will create the servlet, then method. Method is right now. Okay. Method is post. So I will one more times I will do the format, so it will look good. Control Shift F. Okay. And here I will create one button. Button type is nothing but submit. Button type is nothing but submit. If you go and refresh, just refresh your page, so it's HTML, so it will reflect it. This is the login button. But I don't want like that. I want some primary button like blue colors. Okay. So just go here, and we have a bootstrap property is class. And here you can write btn primary color. Just go and see how is it. Login. Look good. So we have created our form finally, and make sure you have to give the form name, as a name is passport and name is user ID. Same thing you have to receive on the server also. Okay. So our form is ready. I'm going to create one servlet. So go to your project, here right click, new, create one servlet. You can see here servlet. If you are not able to see, click on other and you can search it. Click on the servlet, and here you can give the servlet name. So I want to give login servlet. What is the name? Login servlet. I will give the name called login servlet. This class name cannot be empty. Yeah, it's not empty. This is the package name. Okay, sorry. So give the here class name, and package name like com.app, you can give anything, and form action, yeah, I will give, and next, and finish it. Next, and just finish it. You can create one servlet. So it will create one servlet. You can see here, this is the servlet, and this one you have to give inside your HTML page. So whenever you click on this button submit, like login button, then it will take all your user ID password, this user ID password, and it will send to the this action servlet. Okay, so make sure don't forget it. So this servlet it will send. So I have created this servlet, and this is automatically configured like controllers. This is a web servlet. It will automatically relocate it. So he is able to send the request to the this class. Okay. What I will do now? What I will do is I will take this value. Okay. I will receive those value. So he sent it in the do post, and internally it's called inside this one. So I think this one is not required for you, so you can remove it. Here you have to set, like servlet is doing work on two things. One is text and one is HTML. So you have to set it like response dot set content type. Content type. What is the content type? It may be text slash HTML. No issue. In the post only he called the do get. So this one call inside this one, it will go here. So I will write logic here also and here also. But if you write here, it's a good, I think. Okay, so I'm writing here only. So it will call do post, but internally he called the do get. So it will call the here, and I will execute everything here only. So text slash HTML. Okay, fine. I will create one print writer which is able to print it. So I will write print writer. So generally everyone writing is out, so I will write also out. You can give any name, and also you have to write here like a response dot get writer. You have to create this. Okay. After that, before that also you can receive no issue. You have to write request. So in request, two parameters is came. So get parameter, we have a methods. So through the get parameter, you have to just pass here the name you have defined inside the HTML. So here you given the input field name. So like this input field name, text name is user ID, and this input field text name is password. Got it? So same thing, through that only you have to receive here. So you have to give a user ID semicolon. So it will return one string which is nothing but user ID. Same thing you have to write request. One more value you have to receive, the request dot get parameter, and inside the parameter you can pass password. Okay, I hope you understood. Password, and this will also return a string value. So store this here like password. I'm going to teach in simple way so you can understand each and everything. Okay. So I have taken this two data. Can I print it so that you can understand more? So I will just write here out dot print. If you write here out dot print user ID, okay, and here also you have to concatenate with a string like user ID is this one. So you can write like that. Okay, and also we need to print password. Just for the awareness purpose I am writing here, nothing else. Okay, got it? So we need to check it's working or not. This data is going on the server or not. If it is going, please print it. If it is not going, then also print it. So for that I am writing this. I hope you understood. So go to your servlet and it's already running mode. Just save it and go to your page here, refresh this page and give here user ID like pk 12345 and password is 12345, login. So it's giving some error. What is the error? Like login page, login servlet. This origin did not find the current representation of a target resource, not willing to disclose. That not exist. One exist. So maybe he unable to find out it. That is the one issue. So do one thing. Do one thing. Simple. Go to your servlet, stop this and make sure whatever you have given here, login servlet, same thing you have to give inside the action. Action, login servlet and method is post. Okay, nothing else. So now I'm going to start, maybe it's a starting server error, so we need to start new, so it will build for us. So go to the server, run on server, it will run. Started this page, give the user ID pk, give the password 12345. It's look like a password now. Login. So here you are able to see what is the user ID is pk12345, what is the password is 12345. Got it? So we can check it, like data is going on the server. Now what we need to do, we need to store this data in database. So that logic I am going to write now. So before going to write data in database, you have to install Mysql in your system. So in my system already installed, but if your system not installed, please install and create one table which is nothing but users. Okay. So go here and go to the Mysql command line. Open your Mysql command line. Here you can give your password, root. Take one any of the, like, show the database, databases. So I'm going to use test databases. Okay, so I will use test databases. I will use test. So test is changed. Now what I'm doing is like I want to create one table. So I will check first table is exist or not. The show tables. So table is Hibernate, sequence, laptop or stint. So I can create one table called user. So I will write create table users, and inside the users I will write simply I want to take user ID, name and password. That's it. So what I will do is like I will take user ID. User ID is varchar. I will give the value is nothing but 20, just size of this data type, and the password is nothing but I will take varchar also. I will take name. So I will take name, but name I am not inserting. Okay, because okay, let's fine, it's fine. So I will take here name also. So what I am going to do is like I will take here just password. Okay, password is varchar. I will take password is 20 also, and I am going to create this table. It's a very normal table. If in your user table having a lots like email ID, password, it's fine. In register time you can put all those data, it's fine, no issue. Okay, you can work like that. So just click on this. He's saying table is created. Okay, if table is created, okay, put some record inside this. So how can I put the records? Simple. Insert into table name users, and I want to give the in single quote prince is user ID and password is single quote 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, insert
user value.
Okay, I forget. Insert into user values. It's inserted. So make sure you have to aware this to command. So I am putting this command on my servlet. Go to top of the servlet, comment it, query. One more query I will give. Insert into the users, and here you can give. So this is the two query. You have to know about it and make sure you have installed Oracle data, like Mysql database. If you have Oracle, I will just give you some hint like how you can do the work with this. Okay, it's that much simple. Okay, Let's start now. Okay, fine. So what I'm going to do is like this is my servlet. I already received two values from the database. Okay, so I already received here two value. Here I want to write JDBC connection. Write JDBC connection. You can write in separate class also, and you can call here method. That is also good approach, but I'm not going to make it lengthy. I'm going to make it very simple so that you can understood very easy way. So first you need to load the driver. Okay, so for loading the driver we have to write class dot. For loading the driver you have to write class dot for name. What is the Mysql driver name is? com dot mysql dot cj dot jdbc dot driver. This is the name of the driver. Okay, but he's saying like you have to write these things inside the try and catch block, then only it's possible. Okay, no issue, you just click on this, it will write. So loading a driver is finished. Now you have to create the connection. So write connection. I will do one thing, I will stop the server. So connection con equal to connection con equal to driver managers dot get connection, and here you have to pass, first one is URL, second one is user ID of database and password of the database. So what is the URL? JDBC colon mysql colon / localhost colon 303306. This is the port number where your MySQL is running on. So if you are using the Oracle database, you have to change the driver and you have to change this URL. Okay, because Oracle is running some other port number. This is the some, you have to write here Oracle colon JDBC colon Oracle colon. So like that you have to, you search on the Google, you can find out. Okay, but MySQL it's fine. And now you have to write slash whatever the database you are using, like I'm using the test, so write test and comma, here you have to write user ID, so root, and password is also my system is root. Close it. It's saying like I want to survive in this try catch, so surrounded with try catch, no issue. So you're saying surrounded try catch, but I'm saying no, I don't want to write too much try catch, so just click on this and add catch which surrounded with try. So I will write one more catch here, you can see. Okay. So our driver is also loaded. What next we need to do is we need to create a connection. So a statement st equal to new, not new, con, with the connection we have to create the statement. Now you have to write one query which is able to fetch the data from the database. So what we can do is we can write one query, so a string query, and here I will write one query. What is the query? Insert, not insert, it's a select query I want to write. I want to check if this user is available in database or not. How can I check it? So go to the database, here you can write select, not a star, I want to check, we can write a star also, a star from users. Okay, users where user ID is prince and password is what? 1 2 3 4 5. If it is correct, then it will give me one record. Here you can see. And if it is wrong, if I give only 4, so it will give me empty. So just take this query and you can do the work on this. So I will give this query also to you. Let's take, and here I will write this query, same thing like inside this. Okay, this is the query you have to write. And one more things, whenever you write this query, you need to pass this dynamic value, not hardcode value. So for that, for every single quote, you have to write one double quote and plus. Here you have to write plus double quote. Okay, here you have to write double quote plus. Here you have to write plus double quote. It's very simple, so that you can write here and you can use it. Now I want to pass here user ID. So take this user ID, whatever is coming from the UI, give here. What is the password is coming from the UI, give here. So it is a dynamic value now. And this query is built. Then after, what you need to do is, you have to perform this query. How? So simple. You can write st.execute query. Execute query. We have a execute query, and you can pass here your query. Okay, it will execute, it will return one result set. So take those result set, rs we can consider, and this result set having a data. So you can check if rs.next is true, it means data is came. If no, write one else and say data is not there. The user ID and password is not available in DB. This is the else block. Simple. Okay. So what I am going to do is, like here, if user is correct, like user is correct, like he performed the query, he got some things, but having some issue. So if user is there, it means I can say welcome to our page, welcome to home page. So here I will print out dot print, and inside the print I will write one h1 tag, and this is the closing, and I will say here I will give the username first. So I will say user ID. I will say Prince, welcome to home page, and I will write one more BR so that it will go to the next line, and I will print one more message, login successfully. What I will write? Login successful. Successfully. And the same message I will copy and I will paste here. If user is not login, so I will say user ID prints please enter correct user ID and password, and here I will say login failed simply. Okay, if I got any exception, so also I will print something like we got some exception, so we can print it. Now no need to this one, so I will remove it, and here in the exception I will print one line of the code, and I will see here login failed because of server exception, and same thing I will copy and I will paste here also. Okay, it's fine, it's look good. And one more things, once your everything is done, you have to close the connection. Don't forget it to close the connections. Okay, so end of everything like catch block, you have to close here connection. So I will close rs dot like
ST will come.
okay, wait,
ST RS com.
yeah. So these variables we need to declare in the top of, but I have not declared, so no issue. Once it is executed, here I will close it like rs dot close. So this is the close, st dot close, and con dot close. Simply I have written close the connection, because it's a good practice whenever you are doing work with a stream, yeah, any connection of the JDBC input output stream, we need to close it. Okay, I hope you got it. So this is the things we have developed for the JDBC to check user is available or not. If user is available, you can print user ID welcome to home page, login successfully. If user is not available in database, it will say please enter the correct user ID and password. This is the another things. One more things, here there is no JDBC driver, so if you run this project you got one exception. I will run it and I will show you. So run this application, simply it's running. Here you can give user ID is prince and password is 12345. This is the right. If I give here, it's saying failed, login failed because of the server exception. Means what? Go to the server, go to the console. He's saying very simple way, com.mysql.cj.jdbc driver is not available. So for that we can fix this issue very easily. We need to go to the, like you can go to the, you can search here MySQL MySQL driver, a connector driver, MySQL driver, a connector driver. Search here, you can get some page, go to this page. Okay, and once you go to this page, go to platform independent, and inside this you can download this one file. Once you download this file, I have selected platform independent, so download this file. You can get one file. Inside this file, if you go, like I already downloaded today, so go to the download section, downloaded, this is my file. If I open it, inside this file having a one connectors, this connector, MySQL connector, copy this connector and put some other directory. So I have put it already in the C directory. So go to the C. I have already put it here, just this file. Copy this one. Okay, copy this one, just copy and come back to your application and go to the your project lib file and click on the lib and just paste it. So you can see here you have pasted your connectors. Okay, now again just you need to run your application. Go to this one, run as server. It's running, right? You have gone to this, go to enter prince is a user ID and password is nothing but 12345. Click login. You can see here, Prince, welcome to home page. This is the successful message because this user is available in database. Welcome to home page, login successfully. Thank you so much. मुझे बोल दिया. अगर आप यहाँ पे if you are giving some wrong password, like I have given 123 login, it's saying Prince, please enter correct user ID and password. Login failed. How it is? It's look good now. Okay, one more times I will explain you. Okay, it's a bit simple way. First we need to create one project. Okay, make sure you have installed Mysql, you have a tomcat server, and create one project, and after that you have to create one login.html file. So many people are doing mistake like this file he is not creating. Okay, even he created, he not put it inside this the welcome file. So that is the one mistake. So don't do it. Create one login.html file inside the web content. Don't create inside the web INF. You have to create this login, yeah, welcome file inside the web content and put this file link inside the web.xml as a login page, like welcome page. This is the welcome files. Those are. So if this file is available, it will directly open your file. Once you run the project, it will open. Once it is open this file and write your form, like you want a registration form, you want a login form, whatever the form you want, you just write inside the form. This is the form tag. Is very important. And here you have to write one button. The button is nothing but whatever the input field you have written, it will take those value and it will send this submit button to this link, this servlet. And this servlet you already created. One more thing, so many people are doing mistake like he not given the input field name properly. You have to give user ID and password proper name, and through this name only you can fetch this input field data on the servlet. Like whatever the data you are giving inside this, I have given Prince, I have given here 1 2 3 4 5. Who will run this? How he know like what is the data inside this? So this is the field name of the password. This is the field name we are giving here. So give the proper field name here. Like name of this input field is user ID, name of this field is password, and once you submit it, it will go to the through the post method login servlet. We already created the login servlet, and this name only you have to give in your login.html file. And the login servlet, it will come to the login servlet, it will call post method, it will call here, come here with the request inside having some data like user ID and password. It will come again, he calling the doGet method, he passing the request and response here. It will go here in doGet method. In doGet method we have written the code. We are reading the request. From the request we are reading the user ID. From request we are reading the password. We are inserting in our local variable user ID password. We are loading the driver with the JDBC. We are creating a connection by giving the URL, user ID, password. We are creating the statement. We are creating one query which is able to go and run in your databases. It will fetch some record. makes your give this user id whatever you read from the your form and password, it will dynamically, and then you can run this st.execute query because it's a select query, that's why I'm giving the execute query. If it is update, yeah, delete anything, then I will give execute update query. Okay, so it's giving me the result set. In result set I'm checking rs.next, if it is true then having a record, so we can read the record also, it's fine, and we can understood also the record is there. If it is not, then go to the else block, say login failed. And for handling he given some predefined exception that is called compile time exception, so for that we have written the multiple try catch. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वॉचिंग माई वीडियो। आई होप आपको वीडियो अच्छी लगी होगी। एक बार और लॉगिन करके बताते हैं। थैंक यू सो मच, बाय बाय।